Hey there, boys and girls. Today I'm going to go over the practice test that you did on Friday, and that was pages 529 to 530. And it's all about converting measurements either to a customary system or to the metric system. So you can go find that paper, and we'll go over all our questions together like we always do before a test. And just let me pull it. Here we go. So the first question says, which of the following are equivalent to 7 grams? Select all that apply. Now, when you hear grams, when you hear meters, when you hear liters, we're talking the metric system. And the step model that we made is probably your best way to go. We're going to need to find out 7 grams and which of these is it equivalent to. Okay? So I think what I'm going to do is I see they have kilograms, milligrams, kilograms again, milligrams, milligrams. So I'm just going to need to convert 7 grams into kilograms and milligrams, and then we should be in good shape. So I'm going to actually go to my metric conversions here. Now, if I had 7 grams here, we need to find out this, and we need to find out this. Okay? I know that if I'm here in the middle at the basic unit for grams, I'm going to need to go 1, 2, 3 decimal places to the right to turn it to milligrams. So 7 with my decimal point there would go 1, 2, 3, fill in with zeros, and so our new number is 7,000 milligrams. Now, turning it to kilograms, it's going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3. So 3 to the left. I start here at 7. I move my decimal place 1, 2. Oops. Ooh, what's that? I don't want that. Get rid of that. We'll try that again. 1, 2, 3. Fill in with zeros. My decimal point right there. 0.07. Wait, 0.007 kilograms. Okay, and 7,000 grams. So let's go back to that question. And there the answers are. This one right here and this one right here. Okay. All right. Number 2, Justin's garden is shown below. By the way, I scooted over to this reference sheet, this conversion sheet. You really need to print that and have that next to you when you are doing this test that's coming up. And if you don't have a printer, you can either copy it on paper. That would get to be a lot of work. Or you could just keep it open in one of your tabs or in an application behind your browser. But you really need to be referring to this throughout the test. Let me go back to that question. Justin's garden, number 2, is shown below. Measures 8 yards by 6 yards. How can you convert the dimensions of Justin's garden from yards to inches? So I need to basically turn 8 yards and 6 yards to inches. Now, they're just asking us how to do it. I think in part 2 we're going to actually have to do it. But so let's go ahead and just look. Now this is a yard and this is an inch. Which one of them is the horse? That's right, yards are bigger than inches. So this is a horse to fly situation. That means we're going to need to multiply. We're going to need to know how many yards are in, or how many inches are in yards. I go over here, 1 yard equals 36 inches. So we're going to multiply by 36. Okay, so multiply yards by 36 to get the inches. And somebody wants to go out right in the middle of the video. Okay. There. Good Lord. And we are going to find out the perimeter of his garden in inches. So we are going to need to find these inches. And so I got my calculator out. I'm going to go 8 times 36. And that's 288. I'm just going to write it down here because this is where I have to do my work. And that would be the length. And our width would be 6 times 36, which is 216. Now, once again, they've asked us a question about perimeter. Sometimes they ask us about area, and you got to know those differences. Perimeter is the distance around a shape. So we need to take this length, add it to this length, add it to this length, and add it to this length. That is perimeter. If it were area they were asking, we would have to multiply the length times the width. But what we have there is 288 plus 218 plus 288 plus 218. Oh, 16, I'm sorry. Made a little mistake there. It was 16. And when you add those up, you should get 1,008 inches. Okay, let's go on to number 3. Which of the following equations can be used to find how many kilograms are in 2,000 grams? Okay, so we have 2,000 grams, and we need to find out how many kilograms. So I am going back to my step diagram, and we're going grams to kilograms, and we have 2,000 of them. So back over here, probably going to have to erase some of this. Yep. All right. So we have 2,000 grams. Okay, and we need to turn it into 1, 2, 3 kilograms. So we have to move the decimal to the left. All right, so the answer is going to be 2,000. Move my decimal 1, 2, 3 places to the left, so that is 2. So 2 is the answer, and I can see right here, choice B gives us 2 kilograms. Number 4, 10 bales of cotton weigh approximately 5,000 pounds. How can you convert 5,000 pounds to tons? All right, so we're talking about pounds and tons. Now we have 5,000 pounds. The abbreviation for pounds is LBS. And I don't know why such weird letters to abbreviate pounds, but that's what it is. And we're changing it to ton. Wait, how can you convert 5,000 pounds to tons? And the ton abbreviation is a capital T. So we have pounds and tons. It's pretty clear pounds are a lot smaller than a ton. So once again, we are talking small to large. We're going to have to divide. Okay, fly to horse, divide of course. So basically, we would say, oh, and we need to look at our conversion. Here we go. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So 2,000 is what we're going to divide by. Really, that's what the question is asking you. It's not asking you for an answer. It's just saying, how can you convert it? 5,000 divided by 2,000. equals however many tons. Okay? When you do 5,000 divided by 2,000, I hope you have your calculator handy. This is an easy problem to do even in your head. But 5,000 divided by 2,000 equals 2.5. Okay? So this equals 2.5 tons. And that, you didn't even have to solve that, but I did because it's going to help me with part B. Which comparison is true? So 5,000 pounds is equal to 2.5 tons. So looking at these comparisons here, the only one that matches that, 5,000 pounds is actually less than 3 tons because 2.5 is less than 3 tons. So C is the right answer. Okay, I better go let that cat in. Hi, Franny. Did you have enough fun outside? All right, let's get back to this. You guys must love these interruptions. Every time I bet you just crack up. Number 5, Tyrell bought 4 liters of fruit punch for a party. He will serve the punch in glasses that can hold 200 milliliters. 4 liters of fruit punch for a party. He will serve the punch in liters that can hold, or glasses that can hold 200 milliliters. How many full glasses of fruit punch can he serve? Well, this would be an easy problem if I knew how many liters of milliliters, excuse me. I know it's 4 liters, but I need to know how many milliliters so that I can divide it by 200 to find out how many glasses. Well, 4 liters equals how many milliliters? I'm going to go over to my step, 4 liters and how many milliliters. Okay. All right. 4 liters. And I need to know how many milliliters. So milliliters is down at the bottom. 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So 4 with a decimal point. We move that decimal point 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. So that is 4,000 milliliters. Let's go back to that problem. 4,000 milliliters. And now that I know how many milliliters I have of fruit punch, I can divide it by how many milliliters goes in one glass, and that's 200. So 4,000 divided by 200 will tell me how many glasses. Now, hey, this is mental math. You don't need a calculator for this. 200 has 2 zeros, so I can cross off those 2 zeros and do the same thing with my dividend, leaving me 40 divided by 2, which is 20. So 20 glasses. All right, halfway done. Let's go on to the next page. Number 6 says, select each equation that the number 10 to the third power will make true. Well, remember, when we're talking about exponents and we have base 10, all we have to do is just look at our exponent to see that that is going to be 3 zeros. So this 10 to the third is equal to 1,000. Okay, 3 zeros. So going back to this, we'll say select each equation that the number 1,000 will make true. So do 1,000 kilometers equal 1 millimeter? Wow. No, even 1 kilometer is way bigger than 1 millimeter, so that's not right. How about 1,000 millimeters, 1,000 millimeters equals 1 meter. Well, that one we might need to check out. So I'm going to go to my diagram here, 1,000 millimeters and 1 meter. Here we go. 1,000 millimeters. And let's just move the decimal to meters and see what it looks like. If we have 1,000, we need to move the decimal 1, 2, 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3 places to the left. So the answer is 1 meter equals 1,000 milliliter. Is that correct? Let's see. Back to we go. Yeah, 1,000 millimeters equals 1 meter. So select that one. Centimeters. Centimeters, 1,000. Well, how could 1,000 millimeters equals 1 meter? And then 1,000 centimeters, which are bigger. So that wouldn't make sense. Let's look at the next one. 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. I think that's true. Let's just make sure. So instead of millimeters, this time we're talking, we're talking kilometers. So 1,000 meters equals how many kilograms? Let's see. 1,000, we're going to have to move the decimal 1, 2, 3 places to the left. 1,000, 1, 2, 3 to the left. So 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Let's see if that's what it said. I think that's exactly what it said. 1,000, because remember we're still using 10 to the third here, 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. And I'm just going to tell you that the next one is not right either. You can still figure it out because we have, we know that 1 meter here is equal to 1,000 millimeters, not 1,000 decimeters. Okay, match each measurement on the left to its equivalent measurement. We're going to need our gallon diagram here for this. Okay, let's start with 1 gallon. Does it equal 2 cups, 2 pints, 8 fluid ounces, or 4 quarts? I know what this one is. Here's my 1 gallon, and there are 4 Q's in there, so 4 quarts is the right answer. I'm going to put a little mark there. 1 cup equals 2 cups? That doesn't make any sense. 1 cup equals 2 pints? Maybe. 1 quart equals 8 fluid ounces. And I kind of remember when I showed you that video that I made, I had my measuring cup and I told you that fluid ounces were so small they wouldn't go on our diagram because you needed 8 of them for each cup. Now, if I had a big enough diagram, I could put an 8 in each one of these cups. But anyway you look at it, 1 cup is going to equal 8 fluid ounces. So that is the correct answer. 1 quart is equal 2 cups or 2 pints? Let's just go back. I see in 1 quart I have 2 pints. This one, this problem really helps, the diagram really helps you with this one. And 1 pint, 2 cups in each side, in each pint. Well, that's the way that one worked out. In the next one, it says select all lengths that are equal to 6 feet 12 inches. 6 feet 12 inches. Well, I hope you know that 12 inches equals 1 foot. So I can see right now 7 feet is going to be correct here because 6 plus 1 is 7. Let's see here. 3 yards and 1 foot. Well, a yard is 3 feet. If I have if I want to turn it all into, if I want to turn it into 6 feet, 12 inches, that would actually be 7 feet, right? 3 yards, that's going to be 9 feet right there, plus 1 more foot is going to be a total of 10 feet, and 10 feet does not equal 7 feet. This one won't work because we know that 7 feet exactly measures 6 feet 12 inches. 2 yards and 1 foot. Well, 3 feet in a yard, if I have 2 of them, that's 6, and 1 foot, and that's going to also equal 7 feet. So this one's good. 1 yard, 3 feet, and 4 feet is equal to 7. So this one's good too. Okay, 3 answers in that one. Number 9, write and solve an equation to find how many milliliters are in 3.4 liters. Milliliters, how many milliliters? I'm just going to even put that. And it's going to be 3.4. 3.4 liters. Okay, let's go take a look. Get that out of the way. All right. I forgot what it was. It was 3.4 liters. So I'm just going to put 3.4 liters right there. I need to turn it to, I forgot, milliliters. All right, I need to move my decimal 1, 2, 3 to the right. So 3.4, move it 3 places to the right, we get 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 3,400. Okay? Now, when we move a decimal to the right 3 times, we're really dividing, multiplying by 1,000. Okay? So if I took 3.4 and multiplied it by 1,000, okay, my decimal will go to the right 1, 2, 3 places, just like we did. So let's go back up here. Write and solve an equation. So that's going to be 3.4 times 1,000. It's going to equal 3,400 milliliters. Okay. Number 10, Mason made 5 quarts of salsa. Which of the following can be used to find the number of cups? So we're going from quarts to cups. Now let's just take a look at it. The diagram down here. All right, I'm all over the place, sorry. All right. Cups and quarts, I think it was, right? Cups and quarts. I'll tell you, my memory is terrible. I have quarts, I need to know how many cups. I have 5 of these cubes, 5 of these, and I can see in each one I have 4 cups. So if I take my 5 quarts and multiply it by 4, for 4 cups in 1 quart, I'm going to get 20. Okay, let's take a look at, is that what they asked us? Well, what they did is they gave us it by showing you how many pints and then cups. There are 2 pints in a quart and there are 2 cups in a pint. So 5 times 2 times 2, which is the same thing as 5 times 4. So A is the right choice. Number 11, Alicia bought 5 pounds of potting soil. She wants to put 10 ounces of soil in each flower pot. How can she convert 5 pounds to ounces? So 5 pounds equals how many ounces? So that's a customary weight. So we're talking right here. And I can see 1 pound equals 6 ounces. 1 pound equals 16 ounces, I'm sorry. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Pounds are bigger than ounces, so this is a horse to fly. So you would have to multiply by 16 to get your answer. And they're not asking us to convert it. They're just asking us how do we convert it. Part B says how many flower pots can she fill? So we have to now figure out, we got 5 pounds and we have to multiply that by 16 to find out how many ounces. And 5 times 16 is 80. I know that one in my head. You can check it on your computer or calculator. She's going to put, so I have 80 ounces. She's going to put 10 ounces in each flower pot. So we're taking the 80 ounces and we are dividing it by 10 to find out how many flower pots. So that is going to be 8 flower pots. Okay? Number 12, the tale of a Boeing 747. I bet if you don't know anything about airplanes, that's the name of a type of airplane. Anyway, it is 63 and 2/3 feet tall. How many inches tall? Well, what's a crazy question to ask? Who needs to know that kind of information other than a math test? But anyway, I digress. If we have feet and we need to change it to inches, looking at our conversion, 1 foot equals 12 inches. So we are going to need to take our feet, which are bigger than inches. So horse to fly, we're going to multiply. Now, so basically you have to do 63 and 2/3 times 12. Now, that might be a little tricky, especially if you're using a calculator. My advice to you is to break it apart. 63 times 12. And when you do that calculation, 63 times 12, you get 756 inches. Okay? But that's not the answer because we still have 2/3 of a foot. So 2/3 times 12. Remember when we're multiplying, we just multiply straight across, and if we have a whole number, just put a 1 underneath it. So 12 times 2 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3. And 24 divided by 3 is 8 inches. So now put them all together. 8 inches plus 756 inches is going to give you 764 inches. And that is the total of that crazy question. Last one, number 13. Write and solve an equation to convert 0.38 hundredths meter to centimeters. So we're doing 0.38 and we're going to need to turn it to centimeters. So come on, Franny. Almost done with the video, and then I can give you some treats. All right, meters to centimeters. Meters are bigger than centimeters, so this is a horse to fly. We're going to need to multiply. Well, what are we going to multiply by? We can look at our step diagram. We can also look at meters and centimeters is multiplying right over here by 100. So but I can still do it over here. Was it 0.38? Yeah, 0.38. And we have to go 2 to the right, 1, 2. And so 0.38 is going to go, use this decimal there, 38, 1, 2 to the right. So the answer is 38 centimeters. And this is because we are multiplying by 100. Okay? So we come back up here, times 100 equals 38 centimeters. All right, boys and girls, that was a lot of math, and that was a whole lot of putting everything together to, so many different types of measurements, and so we have capacity, we have length, we have mass, and we used all of them in our practice test. But today, I gave you an EDSB activity to do. I think there's maybe like 13, 14 questions. And it's all just practicing that conversion of either the metric system or the customary system. So after you're done with this video, just go ahead and do that EDSB activity and you're done for the day. Tomorrow, the test, and I know you guys are going to rock it. So I'm going to sign off for now, and we'll see you next time.